The caravan of the embassy passes through places devastated by the war. In the morning and during the day, one eats in haste, so as not to waste time during these short days of February. But each evening Maximin arranged to follow the Roman customs and organized dinners with his honorable hosts, Orestes and Edecon. One of these dinners almost turns into a diplomatic scandal. First, it is the Huns who begin to praise their emperor, the great winner of war. The Romans exalt the virtues of Theodosius. A little drunk, Vigilus shows himself as a great admirer of his sovereign. The Emperor Theodosius received the best education in the world. He is the greatest jurist of all times and all nations. In addition, he is a great writer and painter. Oreste remarks, Attila also received a good training. He draws his knowledge everywhere, without neglecting any source, carefully collecting information on subjects that interest him. He is the greatest traveler of our time who has visited distant and unknown countries, while your Theodosius does not leave practically his palace. For this reason, it may be accepted that they have an almost equal level of education. As for the most important function of any emperor, which is the command of the armed forces, then it is clear that nothing can be compared, and the superiority of Attila becomes evident. Irritated, Vigilus launches, "What good is it to discuss? How can one compare a human being, even genial, to a god? The Roman Emperor Theodosius is a god, while your Attila is only a man." Silence. All are shocked. For Christians, the deification of the emperor was an outmoded pagan custom. For the Huns, the power of Attila was certainly given by God, but no mortal. Even their great emperor, and especially the Roman fearful emperor, was a god. The Huns, offended by the excessive pride of Vigilus, wishes to chastise this Roman immediately. Being in territory occupied by their army, Maximin and Priscos' success in calming everyone and changing the subject of conversation. But tranquility does not last. Soon one of the Romans drops a blunder, looking at the ruins of a city destroyed by war. Where the Huns go, the grass does not grow. All the Huns cry loudly. Orestes and Edecon are outraged by this remark, and leave dinner in spite of Maximin's sincere apology. However, Priscos thinks that some Huns were shouting, considering this remark as a compliment. The journey becomes more and more difficult because of the snow and the cold. The embassy crosses the Danube. Priscos admires the skill of the Huns, skillfully maneuvering in their small boats among the ice. Soon Orestes and Edecon leave them for to go faster by a direct way to meet Attila. One evening, in their tent, the Romans hears the sound of the hooves. They go out and see Huns warriors announcing that Attila is hunting with his warriors and waiting for them in a camp. Happy with this good news, the Romans invite the Huns to dinner. Priscos notes that these cavaliers are quite normal people and do not correspond to the description of the wild warriors, given by Ammianus Marcellinus. The following evening, they arrive at the camp of Attila. The sky is cloudless and the sun has just set behind one of the snowy hills. The Romans begin to put up their tents, but arrive from the indignant cavaliers with the cries, "How dare you put your tents on the hill, while the tent of the Emperor Attila is in the plain?" Night falls. When the Romans finally settle in the place indicated by these severe horsemen, then comes Scotta accompanied by Orestes, Edecon and the other noble Huns. Scotta asks, in Greek, his native language, "Explain to me the object of your arrival." Perplexed, Priscos watches Orestes and Edecon, who know perfectly well the purpose of the embassy. Count Maximin remains calm and answers with the gravity corresponding to his title of Roman ambassador. I have brought the letter of Emperor Theodosius to your Emperor Attila. And I am not obliged to report my mission to anyone except him. Such are the universally accepted laws of international relations, and you, the Huns, who sent so many embassies to the Romans, know perfectly well. Scotta laughs. I know the contents of this letter. To prove his assertion, he cites, word for word, the letter of the Emperor Theodosius. Maximin turned pale. Indeed, it is a state secret. How can he know him? Their intelligence service works too well. Scotta roughly adds, if you have nothing more to say to us, you can leave. When he leaves, Maximin gives the order of departure. The shocked Romans begin to pack their luggage. Then come about 20 horsemen with torches. Our almighty monarch does not want you to travel during the winter night in this country for you unknown. He proposes to rest and sends you a live ox and a few baskets of fresh fish.